Hello and welcome, everybody, to Better Haunts and Habitats. Now, this was a show that I've been wanting to do for a very long time for you fine folks. Unfortunately, it was originally just going to be online on YouTube, but unfortunately, well, it's tougher to put content there, coming up with everything and whatnot. So, what I'm going to be doing is occasionally I'm going to try to figure out my overall schedule, but have a little bit of a, certainly we are in the month of the Halloween. So we're going to be doing some Halloween-y stuff myself and going to be trying to share that with you. This is a show where I like to, I want to try to bring some really cool stuff. Sometimes we'll be browsing through some things with some really neat tutorials not that I made, because I'm not that good, but things that I think you guys might dig no matter what your level of haunting is, or it may be stuff that you just enjoy. Hey, Allie, thanks for popping in there. Start your own account, don't use your mom's. No, I do appreciate you popping in there. And so with some of the stuff is showing you some stuff that maybe you guys have never heard of before. And so specifically this one, this is one of the quickest, easiest things that you can do. Some people refer to it as a haunt basket. The very first time I came across it, it was called a BooBasket. So that's one of the things that I want to show you guys today. Now, all it is, and it's one of the simplest things that you can possibly do, is you just go to any store and you get, dump everything out in a bag so you guys can't see it, for the reveal. But what you do is you go and you get yourself just a simple, cheap basket, bucket, something that a kid, if they didn't have one, would be able to use for trick-or-treating. So they'll be able to have something to kind of carry the candy in, or at the very least, something that if the adult that gets it doesn't have a kid, that they have something to be able to put candy in for the trick-or-treaters. Now, the goal in something like this is to make it as cheap and easy as possible, because not everybody has a lot of money. So for me, I always try to keep it between $5 and $10, no more than that. So you have your basket, and what you do is you just put it on somebody's doorstep, and you can either ding dong dash, or you can sit there and explain it to them, because if not, there's going to be a list of rules about what this thing is that you can put in there. Now, I have one that I use, and if you are interested, I'm more than happy to share that with you guys. I will try to put it on the Facebook, which is, as you can see down in the bottom, it is facebook.com/betterhaunts. That Facebook page is where I try to post different things that I come across, and it's a little, ironically, there's some cobwebs on there right now, but I'm planning on dusting all that off, especially since we're in the season now, ladies and gentlemen. But so I do call it the BooBasket, but we also know that sometimes people out there, they may not like the Devil's Holiday. So, Harvest Basket is also another great name for something like this. And the whole goal is, as I was mentioning, you fill it up with random stuff, and I'll show you what I got. So that gives you guys an idea of what kind of things you can get. And you just put it on their doorstep, walk away. Now, in there is a set of rules, and I usually try to put in about 20 of these. Now, this is a pumpkin design that the Zombie Kid and I came together and put together. And so this is perfect for coloring. So again, kids, adults, everybody loves coloring things. So, and you just take this, you put it in your window to signify that you have been visited already. And then that next person goes and they get the stuff, put it on somebody else's house that doesn't have one of these in their window. It's really simple. And it's when I first moved into this neighborhood, somebody did that. And I was so blown away by it. I thought it was so cool. I'd never heard of something like that. And then the next year, got to be about 15th of October, and there wasn't one. I hadn't seen anybody else doing anything. They didn't have anything in their windows saying that they had done it. So then I was like, well, you know, I guess I could do it. And that was about 3 years ago, and I've been doing it ever since. So, just to give you an idea of some of the things that I like to get, keeping in mind that I do try to put in a budget of, you know, $5-10. So I try to find things that are kid-friendly, not scary, and try to get some things that, you know, a husband and a wife might enjoy individually, and then also, you know, if there's a kid there or if they know kids, they've got stuff to give out. So for this, I'm going to save that one for last because that one's really neat. I got all of these at Target, again, less than $10. Well, it came to $11 because I got this for myself. It's $1, man. All right, so I've got some stickers that glow in the dark. Look how adorably cute those are. Those go, boom, into the basket. Also got grow bats. These are bats that when placed in water, they will grow. Very important lesson. Do not eat or put in your mouth because I guess they'll grow. Well, actually, it looks like about in 72 hours, they'll grow to 3 times their size. So you'd have to chew on it for a really long time, I guess. But anyway, so these grow bats. Let's see here. Now, I wasn't sure what to get for the dad, but I figured I see so many dads walking around Halloween with like a can of soda or a can of beer in their hand or whatnot while they're going around walking the kids. Mm-hmm. Might as well put that in the holiday spirit. So we got a little jack-o'-lantern koozie. And I didn't realize I had 2 of them. Something mom and dad can enjoy. You know what? That's just, you know, keep it clean. Okay? You don't want... Look, you shouldn't be showing off some sort of skeleton spine adult novelty marital aid or anything like that. Come on now, keep it clean. Now, I got 2 of these. I thought I was only getting 1. So I don't know if I'm going to put both of them in or if I'm going to keep one. Probably going to put them both in there, even though I love both of them. But they're these 2 notepads. Look at those. And see, you're starting to see kind of the theme is it's not scary, but it's kind of spooky or spoopy. That it's very silly, it's very sweet. And these are just notepads with a little stamp on them. And keep in mind, folks, if you don't have a lot of money or anything like that, these are also things that you could make and put in a BooBasket or a harvest basket, whatever you want to call it. Okay, now these last 2 items, because like I said, it all comes out to about 10, including the bucket there. One of the things that I always put in there, this is just a really smart thing to do, because I always anticipate that it's going to a place that has kids. Because I always try to put it on a house that has kids. Some sort of glow thing. Like I usually try to grab like the glow bracelets or something like that, because first of all, when kids get these, they love putting them on. And if they can save them for Halloween, then they're walking around, they got a little bit of light protection, even if they're like dressed as a ninja or something like that. Because look, the kid's not going to be like, I got to stay screen accurate. They're going to be like, no, glow stuff, sweet. And so they're going to be popping these open and putting them on. And that's something that helps parents be able to find them in the dark. And also kids just freaking love these things. So the glow sticks are a very important thing. Now, the thing that I've been saving for the end. Because I didn't know these were still being made. It is Halloween shrink art. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Shrinky dinks are still things that are around. Right? How awesome is that? So, so these have metallic markers included. They've got various little Halloween shapes. Looks like they've got we got a pumpkin, a jack-o'-lantern right in the front. We've got a kind of a zombie. right there. We have a ghost, a moon, and a bat. So, and these, and it gives you all the instructions, really simple and easy. You bake them, for how long, what to be careful about, and they're pretty much already in the right shape. So, boom, shrinky dinks. How awesome is that? Last year, you poured your beer into a reusable coffee mug and walked around like that. Thank you to my 21-year-old babysitter for that idea. No, that is a genius idea. I was trying to think of like all sorts of jokes and stuff like that about it, but no, that's a pretty darn good idea. Now I'm working on Halloween, so I probably won't be able to do that. But so yes, and as I said, a PDF will be available. Me personally, I'm going to be putting 20 of these out there. And in the basket, so that way there's plenty that should go around, and one copy of the instructions that people will kind of keep with the basket. So all they need to do is take this one out, boom, put it in the window, color it if they'd like, and they are set. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that is a BooBasket. Now, again, I love these things. These things are always incredibly important, I think, because it's a great way to show kind of, community. It's a great way to show your neighbors that you like them and you're thinking of them and stuff like that. And just to me, all in all, it's just a really important thing. Now, since we just have a few more minutes left for this show, hey, Matricula. Actually, you can do that. Thank you for the host. You can do the lurk command. I use the same lurk command that you use in your chat. So it's there it is. There it is. You're descending into... Oh, I'm sorry. Matricula is... Nope, wrong button. Matricula is... There it is. Okay, pretend you didn't hear that. Matricula is descending into the lurking lair and grabbing a snack. So one of the other important things I want to talk about here in the last few minutes with this. Yeah, absolutely. Now, Spring Fans is telling you that, yeah, you can Google up the images. You've been booed and stuff like that. There's all kinds of printouts and stuff like that. Comes with instructions and printouts. Last year, we got one without the thing to pass along. Yeah, so... Hi, Twitch Mom Kira. So for me personally, I like to throw in with the ones that I have and stuff. But anyway, stop promoting Brand X. All right. So one last thing that I wanted to say here is I've already got my Halloween candy. Now, normally that is the last minute thing. Wanted to let you guys know that Sam's Club's doing a hell of a deal right now. So I think this was $12, something like that. Maybe 16 at the most. It's 155 pieces of the good stuff. So go upside down. So in here we've got some M&M's, some Three Musketeers, some Milky Ways, some Twix, and some Snickers. I got 2 bags of those. And here's the really important thing. I also got something that was non-sugary. Now, it's impossible to have stuff for every potential allergy that comes along. But I've noticed that far more often that there are kids who need to have something other than chocolate or sugar. So I've got these. These are bags of Bats and Jacks. So Bats and Jack-o'-lanterns pretzels. So they're tasty. They should be good. Again, you'll see some houses that will have like sugar-free things. If you have a kid who can't really have sugar, or there needs to be an alternate, I believe it is the blue jack-o'-lantern. If somebody has a blue jack-o'-lantern outside of their house, then what you can do is you can actually, if they have one out there, that means that they have some sort of an alternate or alternative to just the sugary treats that many of us are fortunate enough to be able to enjoy. Take a little sip there. Now, let me check on chat, see how you guys are doing here. What is my favorite animal? Well, you know what, honestly, favorite animal, because we're talking hunt stuff. I'm going to tell you my favorite animal, the vampire bat. I think that is so cool. I really do. The vampire, they're just spooky. Look, bats, I don't care how friendly they are. They're freaky, man. They're flying rats, and I love that about them. And yeah, they're mostly harmless and stuff, unless you get one of the giant vampire bats out of Sudan or wherever the hell they're from. Then they'll just suck your face off, man, and there's nothing you can do about it. But I do like a vampire bat. No, we're not having a candy break. See, I have to put those over here because in the office, because otherwise people are gonna in this house will steal the candies. So I keep them unopened up here.